Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Ghetto Beach Cowboy Podcast. I got my boy Kade, Proctor over here, and we're going to talk about fitness and bodybuilding. So let me get all right down into it. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
First, thanks for having me, man. My name's Kade Proctor. 24 years old, recently amateur bodybuilder. Got 2 dogs and a girlfriend of 7 years. And I kind of grew up around here, Cape Girardeau, Missouri area. Born and raised.
So what kind of dogs are they?
I got mini Bernedoodle, tiny 30-pounder, and I got a mini Maltipoo. Mini Maltipoo.
Okay.
She's about 10 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, tiny dogs. Yeah.
Okay.
Make me look bigger.
Oh man, so let me tell you this. What got you into bodybuilding? What got you started?
So, whenever I started bodybuilding, I kind of dove into it in high school. So I was playing basketball competitively, and I got I dislocated my shoulder, had a shoulder injury, did it twice, had to get surgery on it, and I kind of attributed that to being a little bit smaller. I was about 140, 145 pounds in high school, really no muscle. So I was kind of attributed that to having a lack of size and muscle. And when I got injured, I was like, I don't want to have this feeling ever again. So I just hopped straight on and went into researching, weight training and bodybuilding, and went down the rabbit hole, man.
So when did you start taking bodybuilding seriously for yourself?
So when I started, I'd say early 2021 is when I really decided, listen, I'm going to make a run at bodybuilding. I cut down, kind of just doing the normal gym bro cut, for like getting ready for summer and all that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tiny, dude. I'm like, I need to put some size on. So I went straight into a bulk through the summer, bulked for about a year straight. I went from 160 to 198, and then
Nice.
decided I wanted to cut down for a show, and I was really having trouble cutting. So that's when I got my coach, and then we prepped together. We got to working together last June. Yeah, so that was kind of the start, man.
Dude, nice, loving that. If I was to start out and I was wanting to know what kind of foods to eat as a bodybuilder, what would you suggest to me?
Food-wise, so, based off kind of my diet, I keep it more lean. So chicken, white fish, lean ground beef sometimes if my coach adds it in. And I know a lot of times lean sirloin is what I use for a protein source. Of course, whey protein powder is in there always. And then carbs, I like jasmine rice or potatoes, and oats in breakfast, or cream of rice if I need to swap it around a little bit. But those are kind of my main carbs I use.
Okay.
And then fats is actually kind of along the lines of avocado oils when I'm cooking my food with, just measured out to a certain amount, and almond butter on my last meal of the day. Those are kind of my 2 main fat sources. But I do eat whole eggs. I get 2 whole eggs for breakfast right now, so that's kind of where some more fats come into play.
Okay. So how many times would you say you eat in a day?
So right now, eating a little over 3,000 calories, 5 meals a day, plus post-workout, if you want to call it a meal, post-workout shake and banana. That's kind of what I do right now.
Okay.
Before my prep last year when I was with my coach, we were doing post-workout shake, banana, and some 25 grams of sour gummy worms.
Yeah.
That was nice. I missed that. That was nice, man. I missed that. But yeah, so around 5 meals, 6 if you count the post-workout.
Do you miss eating donuts?
All the time, man. Donuts were go-to. Every Sunday when I was bulking, I was dirty bulking, man. And I worked my way up to eating 5,000 calories a day, and my highest cheat meal day was I think over 12,000 calories.
Oh wow, man.
And I was on vacation. I mean, I didn't move much. I was just shoveling anything I could eat down my throat.
Oh wow.
All I did was make sure I hit 300 grams of protein, which is way too much.
Yeah.
Especially when I was 198, I was eating 300 grams of protein. Dude, it was rough. It was rough. It was fun, but rough.
Okay. Now let me get to this. What kind of supplements do you take, and what are the brands?
So for brands, I actually work with Raw Nutrition
Okay.
and Revive MD. So you can use my discount code Proctor10, get 10% off on your checkout. So actually for my main stuff I use all the time, protein, which I actually just ran out of this today when I finished my workout. The Cinnamon Crunch cereal, raw /CBUM isolate.
Let's get it up in here, babe. Let's get it up in here. Let's see that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. stuff right there, baby.
Yeah, gotta love the Bum X Raw.
Nutrition facts right here, baby.
And of course the Revive MD. I just broke out one thing because I got a whole tub full of this stuff I take daily. Daily greens, always keep it in on my meals. Kind of just an essential nutrition type of thing I use.
You see
every
this
time.
scale? Let's get the viewers to see this. So a little bit. What he takes, yeah. Yeet.
Awesome, thank you, brother. But yeah, in terms of supplements in general, daily, protein powder, creatine, the daily green supplement. I take a probiotic, K2, vitamin K2.
Yeah.
Take a B complex, a men's multivitamin, omega 3s, vitamin D3, vitamin C, pantethine, and NAC.
Okay.
So that's kind of my daily, and I mean we could break that down into getting into a deep dive with it, but I mean, that'd take a long time, man. Yeah, take a long time.
I'm sure the fans would love to hear it. That'll be on another podcast, guys.
You gotta like if you want it. Yeah, you gotta like for part 2.
Okay, so who'd you look up to growing up?
So growing up, before I knew anything about bodybuilding, man, it was Arnold. Yeah, everyone knows Arnold.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, whenever I was growing up and knew about him, he was an actor at that point, but everyone knew he was a bodybuilder. And then when I took that deep dive into bodybuilding and I started really researching, I mean, it was, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Frank Zane, Mike Menser. Mike Menser a lot. And then more recently, actually, my coach, I followed him for a year before we worked together, Brady Barnes, competed at the Olympia. Shout out Brady, sick guy. Go follow him, Brady IFBB Pro on Instagram. And then of course C-Bum. Who doesn't look up to C-Bum, dude? Daddy C-Bum. But yeah, those are the main guys when I was younger, that I was kind of looking up to.
Yeah. I'm saying for me, I'll be like, I got into pro wrestling. I loved it. That's what got me in the somewhat shape and stuff. Cause I used to struggle with that. So
Macho Man?
Yeah,
Macho Man. I knew it.
Hogan,
I knew
all
it.
that. Get
Yeah.
Seth the Rock and Stone Cold, all them. So
Yeah.
wanted me to get in shape and everything, just watching them and all that stuff. So I was like, I just want to be the way I wanted to be. So.
Yeah, hey, man. And a lot of those guys are bodybuilders too in wrestling.
That's
too.
what
I mean, there are a lot of them are just bodybuilders. They just get paid a lot more. So that's all it is. Yeah.
Now, if I was could you give me any tips on if I was supposed to start out as a bodybuilder?
The number one tip I would give, and I think this is the most relevant, is to enjoy the process. Bodybuilding's slow. Bodybuilding takes some time, man. It takes a ton of dedication, and you're not going to be 100% every day. You're not going to feel like getting up to go do your shit, but you got to get up and go do it. That's what it comes down to. So just, remember the end goal, enjoy the process,
Right.
and then remember it's about you and bringing the best package you can bring, because you can't compete. If someone's got better genetics, yeah, they might have better genetics, but that doesn't mean they worked hard for it. So
Right.
if you work harder, it could show through. So you just got to, focus on bringing your best package.
Okay. Now, if you could tell anybody starting to work out that nobody told you, what could you say to help the newer people, the beginners and everything? So,
nutrition and sleep. Nutrition and sleep, man. The most important things. I mean, they're much more important than people realize. Actually, I didn't realize it when I was younger.
I didn't either. So
I ate terribly. I just thought, hey, I'm eating calories. I'm gonna get big. I'm gonna put on muscle now, raw muscle. Didn't happen, man. That's where your results are. In your sleep, that's when your body's recovering and growing, and with proper nutrition, your body can grow and recover in your sleep. So they go hand in hand. They're almost more important than the weight training part. They really are.
So how many hours of sleep you get?
I aim for 8. I aim for a minimum of 8. I don't go over 9, but I usually get 7. I usually get 7 depending on my work schedule. If I got to be up early, I try to get to bed early, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But I usually get around 7, I'd say. But I aim for 8 or 9.
That's what I try to usually do. I've heard 10 hours before. I don't know if that's.
I've always talked 8 or 9. I've heard the 10 also, but I feel my best at 8 straight. 8. If I go over 8, I almost feel sluggish.
Yeah.
And if I go over 9, I definitely am not. I'm like barely wanting to move that day because I'm just so my body feels almost over rested, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I shoot for 8. It's ideal for me, and I can do well on 7.
Okay. Now everybody's gonna be wanting to know about the PR song or a heavy lifting song. What would